All right,
All right,
go ahead.
Aaron, name that Kino.
Go.
Turn your comments off.
Oh yeah, let me turn it off. Sorry. Going out of business. Feel free to guess in the chat, guys. Going out of business. Um. I don't know. Go ahead and give me another one.
Any guesses in the chat? Oh shit!
You got them mixed up.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
Is this? I still don't know it. Is this Evil Dead Rise? Is this the Innkeepers, dude?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's why I clicked on it and it gave me the first one.
Wait. So what
Give me
was
the
the real?
gave
What
me
was
the
the real?
easy one.
What was the real order? That the sign,
This
then
is
the
this yeah.
and then
This
the
is the
guy
first
and then the guy in the tub.
yeah.
See,
This is the
that's what
second one.
that's what told me it was the Innkeepers, not the
Oh
girl.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well
So go back, and then you had the girl as the third one. Did you have
yeah.
four or three?
I had 3.
Oh, really? I would have thought. Okay, yeah. I mean that when I saw the guy
He's
in the
the main
tub, I'm like,
character.
that's fucking Innkeepers. But then I'm like, oh no, yeah, that's the girl. But
God, I
the the
fucked it up.
the tub, no, I mean, because I would have got it if you would have
Okay.
did it right. I would have got it on the tub because that's the one that clicked it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah, it's a good flick. I haven't watched it in a long time. I need to watch it again. Oh, hey, by the way, side note, I did end up getting a couple things in that shout sale, by the way.
What'd you get?
I actually got a few things that I didn't have. You want me to read it off real quick while you queue up the next thing?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. And this is before I asked you what you were missing. I had already placed an order. I still didn't have the Creepshow 4K. Now, one thing that worries me is I don't know if it's like Kino's website, because some of the stuff pictured on Shout's website, the image doesn't have a slip in the image. Now, if you're buying on Kino's website, they do that strategically. If the image on what you're purchasing doesn't have a slip, that means they're sold out. If they do have a slip in the image, that means you're going to get a slip. I don't know if that's that way with Shout, because like the Creepshow didn't have a slip in the picture. Some of the stuff didn't have slips. So I'm like, oh man, it's going to drive me crazy if I don't get the Creepshow slip, dude.
I think I got the Creepshow slip when I got it.
I know, but what I'm saying is, will I get it because it wasn't in the picture? The picture was with no slip.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot with them. I don't know.
I even though I've got a misunderstood history with this movie, they had the Nightbreed collector's edition for like cheap for $20.
Oh yeah, I did see that
With the 2 slips and the poster still in stock. I'm like, why not, man? I love Clive Barker enough. I got Tales from the Dark Side.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of it. I don't know.
I've never been the biggest fan growing up, but I want to rewatch it. And then Silver Bullet, I love.
That's a
And I know
great.
Todd just saw the movie for the first time, but I'd love to own it because it's just
It looks beautiful too.
it's one of those movies, man. I grew up watching a million times on TNT and TBS, and I think my dad even rented it. And yeah, and I had to get the Dead Zone. Because the great thing about the Dead Zone, Silver Bullet, Tales from the Dark Side, I don't have these on blue either.
I have
Creepshow.
the Dead Zone on blue, but it's one of the best looking Blu-rays I've ever seen. So I imagine the 4K is going to be even better.
Creepshow, I have like a ghetto version of Creepshow. Whoever, I don't know if it's who put Creepshow before Shout Factory. Whoever put Shout Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have that old Blu-ray, so I feel pretty good about that upgrade. Nightbreed, I do have the Blu-ray, but I don't know why. I was just in the spirit. I'm like, oh, I get all this shit, and I'm like, no, I'll take it. Because maybe the poster will be cool. And I did get Pumpkinhead, which I do have Pumpkinhead, but I'll flip it. But I don't have Pumpkinhead with a slip, so hopefully I get it.
I didn't have Pumpkinhead either, so I got Pumpkinhead. I got the Blob, which I love the Blob.
I've never seen that Blob, and it was
fantastic.
Man. It was in my cart, and I'm like, I had to like cut some stuff out. I'm like, I'll cut the Blob.
And then I got the Dead Zone just because, I mean, I love the Dead Zone. So
part of me though regrets not getting the Blob because I think that would have been the only movie I've never seen because I've seen
Oh,
all these
really?
movies. I like all these movies I'm buying. I like they're tested, but there's something exciting about getting a movie I've never seen.
I think you'd like The Blob. The Blob's fun, dude. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, but I'm like, man, maybe I should watch it first before I buy it. But anyway, whatever. I can always get it later because these things are on sale. But it's not like I won't. It's not like there won't be another time to get the Blob later.
Yeah.
For somewhat close to the price. So it is what it is. Okay, so
All
did
right.
anybody in the chat get that before we move on?
No, I think I fucked it up. I think Silhouette probably would have gotten him, but
Give me some credit, man. I got it on the one that you
I
were
know
supposed to put at number 2. I got it. Okay, go
you
ahead.
got it.
I
Like
didn't get it. I didn't get it on your gimme. I think your like order was probably right. Fuck. But anyway, go ahead. All right, let's go.
all right. Let me present this. All right.
Now you got me like regretting not getting the Blob, dude. Can't go back now though. Don't get that free shipping anymore. All right. Ooh. This Manhunter, dude.
No.
Silence of the Lambs, dude.
No.
Halloween 4.
No. No, Silhouette's not that. Good guess.
Letters from Death Row, starring Bret Michaels and directed by and Charlie Sheen.
No.
There is a movie that Bret Michaels directed that starred Charlie Sheen back in the 90s in his low period.
To watch that.
And Bret Michaels played a guy on death row writing letters to Charlie Sheen. He's got like a shaved head. Like he's like a badass.
Good guesses, but no. Silhouette.
Yeah. I don't know where this is coming from, but Wishmaster. Wishmaster
Nope.
2. Okay. I don't.
Gushy got it.
Gushy got it. Well, Gushy's a smart computer. Of course, Gushy's going to
Did
get
he?
it.
Yeah. Gushy got it.
Gushy, what's the percentage I'm going to get it? Is there a 98% chance I'm going to fail?
Gushy got on the first one. Then he gets the
Zig-
second one, but yeah.
Collaborate with Ziggy. Tell me. All right. Yeah, go ahead and move on. I'm not recognizing the body frame with that head.
Silhouette's never seen it. He said.
Okay. Oh, wait. Is it like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer 2?
No.
Okay, which I've never seen. Are you sure I've seen this?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just need another hint then.
Okay.
Did you get them right this time? Did you order them?
Yeah, here's the second one.
I was trying to look at that reflection in the mirror. Oh, okay. Zoom in on this. Gosh. Well, I got excited because I saw a prison. And I'm like, oh, but then I remember there's a bunch of prison movies, and these aren't necessarily sticking out to me. I have to really put it together. So these are younger. This is almost like a juvenile thing because these are like kids, dude. They don't look like adults at all. Look at that, like Great Hambino on the far right there. It's a kid. As soon as I saw the people in like prison, I thought of Cadence, but this is not Cadence with Charlie Sheen.
No.
Oh gosh, dude, I don't recognize these people. Because I thought that guy in the middle was Charlie Sheen. Look at that Charlie Sheen hair. I'm like, oh, it's Cadence.
It does look like Sheen. I have another one, medium one for you,
do?
so you won't.
I just all the main prison movies I think about. I'm going through all the prison movies and it doesn't fit. So I don't know if this is like central to the prison or if it's just like part of the film. Kind of like how. But the first shot you showed me was a cell. Give me one more medium. If you got one more medium, give it to me.
Yeah, I'll give you this next one too. So,
all right, just go ahead and give it to me, dude. Not ringing a bell. Wow. My memory must be shot if I've seen this. And you said did somebody get this one? You said,
yeah, Gushy got it on the first try.
Is this Blood In, Blood Out or something?
No.
Which, by the way, is streaming for the very first time, and I'm finally going to watch that movie. I've never
seen either.
Huge in Latin culture, dude. People that are of Latin descent worship Blood In, Blood Out. It is an entire thing, and I've always wanted to watch it. I think it's like 3.5 hours long, but it's never been streaming ever. And now it's like
worship this one too.
They worship this one too. American Me.
You got it. Yep.
It's the same movie. They're the same movie.
Yeah.
American Me and American Me and Blood In Blood Out are telling the same stories, except Blood In and Blood Out, from what I've read, they changed the names.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have the controversy that American Me did, where, they had people attacking them and,
Yeah.
getting violent with them. So I should have guessed American Me earlier. I've only seen American Me one time, but I kept going through all of like the movies I've seen a million times. But that by process of elimination, I should have said American Me first because it looked like it was in the past. I'm like, this
Yep.
looks older. And you know what? Totally. The guy in the prison, the dark hair,
Yep.
Edward James Olmos. Now it makes
That was
sense.
the first shot with him and his
Yeah.
back turned. So.
How many, I will say that
These are flashbacks.
yeah, I will say exactly. And I was on the right track where it's like, this is not principal to the film
Yeah.
because it's, flashbacks or whatever. Yeah. And that's why I don't recognize these because it's them when they were younger. But how many times have you watched this movie?
I've seen it once. I really liked it. I thought it was great.
It's a good movie. I don't think it's an amazing movie. I think I don't know which one. It doesn't have the esteem that Blood In Blood Out does within the community, and I don't know why that is. Batos Locos. It's like a whole culture. And Danny Trejo, I think it's like one of his first movies. But I'm gonna watch that soon, and I'll be the judge on which one I think's better. This
Anything
movie
with Edward James almost is fantastic. He's so
is
good.
he's really good in this movie. He's really, and it's kind of uncomfortable in places, right?
Yeah.
Like at first when he's kind of like in that boys' home and there's that guy raping people, and I think he kill his first guy, the guy that's trying to rape him or does rape him or something like that.
If I remember right, yeah.
I think
been a
he might-
while since I've seen it.
I think he actually gets him once, and the second time he kills him or something, kills him in his sleep, and then like he grows up in the system and he knows nothing else. And when he gets out in the future, he's like kind of got that relationship, and he doesn't really know what real love is. He's like trying to sodomize his woman or whatever. It's just like what it does to people, I guess, being in that bullpen your whole life. I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a long movie, as I remember, and it's like not super action packed. But I thought I just hit his character. He's fantastic, man.
But it's I don't think it's nearly as long as Blood In Blood Out. Blood In Out is over 3 hours. Blood In Blood Out's huge.
2 hours.
But anyway, so I remember when I watched this, I had some like eyebrow raising moments where I'm like, huh? But then when I actually read about the story, it was accurate because when I saw what is his name? William Forsythe. I'm like, why is this white guy acting like a cholo?
Yeah,
Like, this casting's terrible. And why is Shang Tsung in this cholo gang? Kerry Tagawa. But then when you do the research, no, that the white guy was a real white guy. He was a white guy cholo, and the Shang Tsung guy was a real Japanese guy that was adopted into the like. Oh, okay. But like, if you don't know anything, you don't know any better. You're just like, what is wrong with this casting, man? And there's that one awkward scene in prison where they're all taking turns raping that guy, even Shang Tsung. I'm like, God, dude, his hole is his, dude. His hole was his, dude. His hole was mine.
Your hole is mine.
I get very squeamish with any kind of grape. I don't care what kind of grape it is. I don't like. Violence isn't a big deal to me. Like I can watch the violence and the killing and the stabbing and the murder movies, but like even a movie like what is that fucking movie with Jane?
Spit on Your Grave.
No, yeah, that stuff's hard, dude. I that's the hard stuff to watch, and I can't come, but I can't come. But what's that other movie with Jodie Foster where she gets raped in a bar? The Accused. Like those movies are tough, dude. And then like you watch this movie, like there's a lot of prison rape in this movie, man. It's always the tough parts of movies. If you ever seen like Scum, dude, or Dog Pound, if you're watching a prison movie, you know there's gonna be at least one scene where it's gonna get ugly. So at least you kind of know what you're in for. And it makes you just tense up, dude. Because I think that's just the scariest thing in the world for anybody, dude. Oh, I don't want to think about it.
I don't know. Mendoza says prison sounds fun.
Did he say that in the chat?
Yeah.
God. No. Hound Dog Silhouette. I don't want to watch Hound Dog. I don't want to watch, especially kids, dude. That stuff is super, 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 super hard to watch.
Yeah, I can't watch kids, man. That's
Hound Dog. It's famous because Dakota Fanning gets by an adult or in a shed or whatever, a
I
barn.
watched Kids when I was a kid, dude, and I was pretty. Yeah, I was like, no
Oh, you're
way.
talking about the movie Kids, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean like children in movies that are victims of it. I don't
Oh,
like. I'm telling you, any kind of like assault like that, I don't care. It's just always uncomfortable. I don't like it. And then that's the thing about those exploitation films, those roughy type films, man. And I get it. By nature, they're exploitation films, right? It's in the name. It's okay if it's in a movie and it's part of the story, but those types of flicks, they like linger on that for way longer than they have to tell the story. And that's the whole nature of it being exploitation, but that's why it's so uncomfortable, man. Like I don't think you, just like normal sex scenes, I don't think you really, just the pan away is fine. Show the light turning off and them in bed and the pan away next scene. We don't have to watch Van Damme's ass and the gratuitous slow motion sex scene with the music playing. We don't have to watch
well, it was Van Damme. I mean, that's
we don't
cool.
have to watch Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor with the slow Kenny G Terminator theme rendition. And him pumping and thrusting. It's a bit,
That's a pretty good scene, man.
but it's a bit like gratuitous. So when they do that with assault scenes, like, dude, I get it. They're aiming to make you uncomfortable, and I'm like, look, I get it. I'm already horrified. I don't need it. What? Hold on. Silhouette says, I hate censorship. If people don't like it, don't watch it. It's not real. Haha. It has nothing to do with censorship. I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to make it. I'm just judging it. I'm critiquing it from an artistic standpoint. I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed. Dude, look, they made a Serbian film. Good for them. I'm not saying they shouldn't have been allowed to make it, and I won't watch it. I've seen it, but I won't watch it anymore.
I think Gushy's right on this. Van Damme puts it in his contract.
He 100% does, and he has final pass at the script too. I know he does, because it's like, dude, you look at the script, you know he gets it handed to him, and you know he ad libs like, how about this is where they both come on to me, and they say, oh my god, you have a huge cock, or like, oh my god, you're so beautiful, I want to fuck you, or like, oh, we wanted to thank you, you're welcome. And how about here I say, you're next,
yeah.
or I say, you're next while I'm thrusting. Yeah, that stuff's funny, but oh my gosh, dude, it's so funny. You know, I felt vindicated in my opinion on this because I've always loved Showdown in Little Tokyo. I've always loved it. And I've always talked about the awkward dialogue, especially with Brandon Lee, where he had to say, you have the biggest cock I've ever seen on a man. And he goes, thanks, in the middle of a shootout because he got out of the tub with Tia Carrere. Yeah. And it was like, what man says this? Especially in the middle of a gunfight. Why? Even if it was like in the middle of cornflakes, breakfast the next morning, if Todd had the biggest hog I've ever seen in my life, I'm not going to bring that up at breakfast. And I'm not going to say it like that.
That's what makes it so great, man.
But yeah, it's true. But it's so anyway, that came up. That line came up in a podcast. Robert Patrick was on that Michael Rosenbaum podcast. No, Ernie Hudson. No, my bad. I'm getting it all mixed up. Ernie Hudson has been doing the rounds because he was in that new Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah,
so he's been doing all the press, whatever. I don't give a shit to see that. But anyway, he was getting asked about The Crow. And he was asked about Brandon Lee, and he's like, I still can't watch The Crow. He's like, that was really tough. And he's like, I know they're remaking it, but, to me, Brandon Lee's The Crow. And, he was talking about all stuff. And he's like, and I think, and they were asking, like, what do you think what could have been? And he's like, he had done a couple of flicks at that point, but I think he was so good in The Crow. He was going to be huge. And he was cut short. And and Ernie Hudson's saying, I know he did 2 movies, and one of those movies was like Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren. And I remember him doing the movie, and he even saying, it's like, God, they make me say this line about biggest dick on a man, and he was saying that in their own like talking. He's like, Brandon Lee acknowledged that line, like, God, they made me say that, and I'm like, yes. At least he didn't approve of it, like, because it's such a standout line. Like, I can't be the only person that picks out that line. The fact that Brandon Lee was like, "Oh yeah, it's so embarrassing. I had to compliment Dolph Lundgren's dick."
I think it's a great line, man.
And then Ishmael. That's also a great line. I heard you coming. Tia Carrere says that, but that's more like the line that the woman would say to Van Damme. That's the woman. That's very flattering for the action star, but I've never seen in any action movie where the sidekick Robin compliments the dick size. Like that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate alpha move. Like totally cucking your fucking partner. Like you are less than me. In the script, you're gonna compliment my dick too. You're gonna have dick envy because you're gonna watch me getting the babe, and then you're gonna not only that, you're gonna compliment me on how well I did it, and you're gonna say how big my dick was, insinuating you're very jealous. I love it. It's actually a
Well,
great
in your
move.
next movie, I'm sure you're gonna have that. So
All right, so let's go ahead and you guys got to get Well, you guys got to get monetized. Okay. Oh, Mendoza says that to guys all the time. All right. What does it sound like? Splat. Go ahead. Hey, Shang Tsung was in both those movies we just talked about. Full circle. All right.
all right, all right. Close your chat.
It's closed. I'm ready to go.
All right.
TMNT 2.
No,
No, it's not. But it looks like that apartment, doesn't it? Is this the fucking movie we just watched? This looks like their kitchen in their house,
No.
the mom's. It looks like it. Scream?
no.
It's not. I know it's not Scream. I'm just trying to call out movies that look, because it looks very 90s. The Boombox gives that away. Late 90s.
No
maybe.
Silhouette. No.
Um.
Right era.
Wild Things.
No.
Go ahead and give me another one.
All right.
Oh, okay. A little
No Gucci.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, huh?
No Silhouette.
It's all for you, Damien. That is what I'm looking at, right? She's standing on a ledge, but it looks photoshopped. Is she standing on a ledge?
Yeah. No Silhouette, no Gucci, but close in the era. Very
What?
close in the
I
era.
get it. It's like a ledge. I'm looking at the depth, but like, what the hell is that at the bottom? It doesn't look like the ground. It looks like a window. What is that? I mean, I see the ground. It looks like a staircase, but I'm like just like right in the center, right below her. I'm like, what the fuck is that on the ground? Like a roof, like a shed roof. I don't know what that is. It looks totally photoshopped.
No Silhouette.
I don't know. The Ring 2.
No.
The Ring 1. No, it's
No.
not The Ring. I do like The Ring, by the way. I like the first Ring. I'd like to own that. Yeah. How many do I have on this one? How many slides?
The next one might give it away, but
But do I have 4?
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me another one. You sure this isn't The Ring? Oh, this is White Noise.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton. Yeah. Oh, I was onto something with The Ring because White Noise was one of those Ring ripoff movies. Because when The Ring came out, it was PG-13. It spawned off that whole trend of PG-13 paranormal horror. It was
Go,
the launch
John.
pad.
Go, John. Go.
It was the launch pad. So I was close. I was shooting too close by going for the OG, but I should have gone for more of the knockoffs early on. But man, I'm so glad we're not in that era anymore.
I saw this in the theaters and I thought it was shit.
It's so boring. So boring.
Yeah.
But what I noticed about
Boombox, you know.
Yeah, but what I noticed about when I rented this movie when it came out, I noticed this because Michael Keaton was watching the static on the same TV I was watching the movie on. Because I had that TV. I was like, oh wow, he's watching my TV.
The Sony. That's nice, dude. It's a nice one.
Yeah. But anyway. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm so happy that era's done. What an overall really shitty era where it's like, hey, we got to make horror PG-13. Yeah. What is he eating, an Uncrustable, dude?
Yeah, it looks like it.
This is when Michael Keaton was kind of in the dumps. He wasn't getting a lot of work. He was doing some straight to like video shit. And then he did this movie, and he probably didn't get paid much to do it. The movie probably didn't have a big budget, and he was a face enough for them to give him the money to do this. But if you notice, he was not a very big star to the point where he wasn't even on like the marketing on like the marquee of the posters and shit.
It wasn't.
It was just White Noise.
Yeah.
It's almost like these movies were bigger than his name was as a star. And
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah, it's not good. I'm glad he got
The
himself out
movie's
of that way.
terrible, dude.
It's not good, dude.
That's something Scream Factory probably put out.
Oh, definitely. He loved him a bunch. He put Skippy in Keaton's lunch. Icy Snow. The Marvel Shield agent guy. What? Is the Marvel Shield agent guy in this movie White Noise? I don't know. I forgot everything about it. Coulson's in it. Agent Coulson. Um, what Lies Beneath? I thought at first, and that movie was written by the Coulson actor from the Avengers films. Oh, that's right. You know,
This
I
was
think
an
I
era,
did.
yeah.
I think I remember that. And What Lies Beneath is okay. That's a Zemeckis film,
I
which
saw
I
in
love.
theaters too.
I
Yeah,
love Zemeckis. It's like a one-time watch type of movie. I don't think you could ever watch it again
yeah.
and kind of get everything out of it with the twists and stuff. But all right, cool. That was a good round.